And in the heart tests, his doctor came out and he said his injection fracture rate of his heart is less than 25%.
Your ejection fraction is about 25%. Normal is 55 to 65. So you're at high risk for sudden death.
When your injection fraction is that low, you're dying. You're in heart failure. There's no coming back. So I've been sitting back, I've been watching all the videos people have been making on Kali Muscle, the videos that Kali Muscle has been making, and I see what everyone's saying, and I want you guys to hear me out because I think I figured out exactly what's been going on, the reason as to why he's been doing the crazy shit he's been doing online. And recently, he went to his doctor, okay? This is a different doctor than he normally goes to, and he did some heart tests. And in the heart tests, his doctor came out and he said his injection fracture rate of his heart is less than 25%.
Your ejection fraction is about 25%. Normal is 55 to 65. So you're at high risk for sudden death. I really like all the marketing you're doing on Facebook, on Instagram, but the reason I don't answer it is that I don't trust it. I don't believe it. You're giving, as a non-doctor, you're giving a lot of advice to people, to maybe teenagers.
Oh no, I'm not giving advice. I'm just saying what I'm doing.
Yeah, but it's not. It's far from the conventional. Far from the conventional. It's not that I value what you do for yourself, but it's far from the conventional, which is okay. But if you had a healthy heart, you'd have some room to work with.
And for those of you who don't know, okay, when your injection fraction is that low, you're dying. You're in heart failure. There's no coming back. You're fucked, okay? And the thing is, that doctor, okay, actually told him 25%, but there was other doctors that told him he's close to 15%.
Well, I was told before that my ejection fraction rate was 15. 25 was good.
Which means you can die not in a few months, not in a few years. You can die any day. Any day you can drop dead. Normally, okay, the injection fraction should be around 65%. That means your heart is pumping, okay, like this. When you're down and low, 25, 15%, it's like this, hardly moving. The muscle doesn't work anymore. The heart doesn't work anymore. And there is no improving on its own. The only way it can get better is they put you on a machine with the wire coming out to a battery, or you're getting a heart transplant. If not, you can drop dead, like I said, any day. And he knows all this, okay? Now hear me out. You know how he's been doing all this crazy shit online? He's been doing the water fast, the watermelon diet, the pineapple now, the titty milk one. Okay, all this crazy stupid shit that we're all making videos laughing at him, making fun of him, right? Because it's ridiculous why he's doing all this shit. Well, I don't believe it was all a stunt. And I especially don't believe that now because what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, and you guys tell me if you're thinking the same shit, okay? He's doing all this because he knows what his alternative is. So what he's trying to do is he doesn't want surgery, he doesn't want to be on a machine, and I don't blame him. I wouldn't want to be on those things either, okay? He doesn't want to do it, and what he's doing is he's trying to find a way on his own because he thinks he can improve this condition on his own with holistic bullshit, with water fast, pineapple fast, whatever the case may be, all the stupid things he's been doing. He thinks he can improve it because he does not want to have surgery.
Big word I've been seeing all over the place. Autophagy. And what that is, and when you fasting, your cells, all the dead cells leave the body and new cells regenerate. You only achieve this through fasting. So during that water fast, I definitely got it, and watermelon, and this one, pineapple. Excited to, after I do all this fasting, do stem cells, generate that heart muscle, man. And like I say, it's only two ways everybody gonna die: disease and accident. 90% of y'all watching go die of disease. You'll have your day. Everybody questioning why I'm doing what, and had a life-changing experience that I'm just not fasting and doing all this just for the hell of it, or as they say, for views.
He doesn't want to be on a machine, like I said, with a battery attached to you with the wire. Because to me, if I didn't have a family, I wouldn't want that either. I'll go to the mountain and just die on my own in peace. I wouldn't want to live like that either, because your quality of life is horrible. The amount of medicine that they put you on to live when you do either of those things. And we know he doesn't want to take medicine because he stopped taking all his heart meds. We all know this already. So he's doing all this shit because he knows what's going to happen to him. Now, saying that, you know how we saw him doing the cookie business that we all, again, made fun of him for? He was setting that up for his wife and his mother-in-law. He was setting that up because, look, hear me out. He's setting that up because he wants to set up a plan for his family if he goes. He's selling healthy supplements, right? He set up the consulting thing that we've been making fun of him for with Barbie doll. He's been doing that because he knows that if he doesn't set up these things when he goes, he's the one who brings in the bread, the money. If he goes, there is no money for his family. So he's setting up all these things in case he dies one day. I've been on TRT for over 10 years, and it's done so much for my life to make me feel younger, stronger at 45 years old. And I recently signed with a company called Live Forever Health. I'm going to put a link in my coupon code in the bio. And this company, everything's been so seamless, and I tested this out. I would never recommend things to people unless I'm using it, unless I tested the whole process. And the process couldn't be easier. They sent me a kit to send my blood back in the mail. They got my results. I met with the doctor, with the nurse practitioner. We went over my results. And then they gave me my prescription, sent me the testosterone in the mail. So it couldn't be easier. And again, this is a company I trust, that I actually did the whole process with. And pricing is competitive, similar to everybody else who does it. But this is a company that I use, and a company, again, that I trust. So if you really think about all these things, what he's been doing, right? The businesses he's trying to set up, it all makes perfect sense. And the really sad part is, I said this many times, I like Kali Muscle. I think he didn't grow up having the best life, life growing up. He lived on the streets. It was tough for him, right? So he is what he is. He's got problems. We all got problems. But as a person, I like Kali Muscle. I don't want to see the guy die at 48 years old. I'm 45. He's just 3 years older than me, all right? But the chances he's taken now, even his doctor said, you guys heard him, he could end up dying any day now. And I just think, you have a family. You have kids that love you. They don't want to grow up without a father. So I'm hoping you watch this video and you start realizing that, you know what? You got to start doing things differently. I understand you think you can improve this condition on your own. But if you look at science, and I know you're good at researching because you says you're the Google expert, the heart muscle itself cannot improve on its own without surgery, without a machine. And it sucks because, again, I would never want to do it, but you got a family, you got kids, they love you, you don't want them growing up without seeing you. And I pray for you. I pray that you listen to this message. I hope you find a resolution and you listen to your doctors, because as I said many times, I don't want to make a video that Kali Muscle died. That's not the video that I want to do. I've been on here since you've been on here, since back in the day you were here before me. But that's not a video I want to make. So I'm praying for you, and I hope for the best. So I wanted to film the video with this car today. And when I went to take the car out, It's a 1968 Fastback, my favorite car of all time. I'll never get rid of it. If I get buried one day, this is gonna be my coffin. But I went to take the car out, right? And as I was taking the car out, I was smelling fuel. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? So I go and I open the engine compartment, which I'm gonna show you guys now. And look what I found. And this is what they always say not to do. So I'm proof of it, all right? So now this has changed. But any of you guys know about classic cars, you know sometimes you go to the car show, you see a glass fuel filter here, right? Well, this one was glass. I just replaced all the rubber fuel lines and the fuel filter. It was glass and it was squirting gasoline all over the engine. And that's what the leak was. Now, they always say never to use those because they can leak. Never happened to me. I bought the car like this. I never got around to changing it. So if I would have taken out this car today, right, it could have burnt down, all because I used that stupid glass filter, which I would never put on a car. But again, I bought the car with it. I learned my lesson. And if you guys have them, make sure you take it off. I'm gonna take the other car today and I'm gonna tell you guys what's been going on and what I see is happening with Kali Muscle.
And together we can pack and leave with no loneliness. This is the first time that you're leaving, and I'm afraid you won't be back.